Hiya folks, Gord Pyzer here, and actually I'm with my 10-year-old grandson. We're under orders to get walleye for dinner, so we're going to get a bunch of these 13, 14, 15-inch walleyes. Get anything bigger than that, we'll certainly let them go. But interestingly, last week I posted some photos online, and they were of some huge yellow perch we've been catching. And actually Liam got one that was almost 2 pounds, one of the biggest yellow perch I've ever seen. And I took some photos, I posted them online, and a real good friend of ours, Ted Cockwell from Saskatchewan, Outdoor Canada reader, Ted sent me an email, and he said, you know, I noticed in the photo there was a tip-up, and I've never seen anyone use tip-ups before for yellow perch. Well, the reality is we use tip-ups for every species of fish. Lake trout, northern pike, walleye, sauger, black crappie, you name it, and we'll use it. But they're not the standard type tip-ups that you might think about. This happens to be one of the new HT ice riggers. They're a few years old now. They've been on the market for 2, 3, 4 years. I'll show you how to set it up in a second, or I'll get Liam to, because they're actually child's play in terms of setting them up. Anybody can do it. But the neat thing is, what we will do is set 4 rods. You're allowed 2 each, and all 4 rods are jigging rods. And what we will do once we get set up is simply carry our sonar units from one hole to the other to the other. And then when we get to the hole, we'll take it off the snap, and then we'll jig it for 3, 4, 5 minutes, set it back in, set it up, move over to the next one. So all we're doing is walking from hole to hole to hole with our sonar. And then we're checking, and we'll set it back up whenever we leave. And it's just amazing that many days, most of the fish you catch are actually on the set line, not as you're actually jigging. And I think what happens is you're jig, and what you do is kind of attract the fish. They may be off to the side. Then when you stop, set it up in the rod and go to the next hole, the bait just kind of settles in underneath. The fish come in on that long pause, and they hit it. Flag comes flying, and as I say, many days, most of the fish we will catch, or a good percentage of the fish, some days 75%, will come on these set lines. Other days, the vast majority are going to come jigging. But when you do it the way that I've just described, it's the best of all possible worlds in the winter, and you do wind up being a much more efficient and effective angler. Now, let's walk over to another hole here. Actually, we'll use this one right here. I'm going to get Liam to show you how easy it is to set these up. So just imagine now, he sat here with his sonar unit. He's jig. Nothing's come in, and now he's going to set it up. Simplicity really is the name of the game here, folks. Once you finish jigging at a hole, simply position your lure at the depth you want to fish, near the bottom, say, for walleye and perch, or higher in the water column for lake trout, and then place the rod in the holder. Finally, lightly snap your line to the alligator clip, and then put the flag under the rotating piece of plastic. When you fish all your jigging lines this way, you really do tip the odds in your favor.